Hi. I know you're not talking, but that's okay. So what are we selling now? A smart pen. You're selling all sorts of stuff that I don't even know how to help you with. Yes, the Pendleton haul was insane. Yes, I am talking. I am the voice tonight, apparently. Yeah, someone else come in and talk to me. I'm going through all these dresses that I bought today. I bought like, I don't know, 50 something dresses or something like that. And they're crazy. Oh, you're not sharing your screen anymore. Are you going to mime?
It's because I'm inviting people, and you can't invite people if you're screen sharing because it puts this stupid green bar above where you can invite people.
I thought you were going to start miming or something. The lowest art form. I got the coolest stuff today. Yeah, there usually is an echo, at least for a little bit, and then sometimes it corrects itself, Michelle. Sometimes it does not. Oh my God, Bentley. Yeah, I don't know. The funny thing is, so the best part is I always cover my mouth when I cough. I have a child. All I say 100 times a day is cover your mouth when you cough. Like, I have said that phrase 100 million times. So if anybody knows to cover their mouth when they cough, it's a friggin' mother. So to have this guy turn around and like mansplain to me about covering my mouth, I wanted to kick him in the dick. Please tell me more about manners, you rude piece of shit. The worst part is when people do shit like that, they catch you off guard. So I didn't even have a chance to like come up with like a witty retort because I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, did you really just say that to me? How many kids do I have and how old? I have one 6-year-old. That is it. And Mighty Mushroom has a daughter also, and she's 3 or 4. Almost 4? I forget. She's 4. We both have little girls. And today I was selling Girl Scout cookies with her outside of the grocery store for 2 hours tonight, freezing my ass off. But, you know, that's part of being a parent. Oh my gosh, you have 5. Oh, that's crazy. I could not do it. One is too much most days. Yeah, Rob, come hang out and talk because Corey is on silent mode. you couldn't see me, but I covered my mouth when I did that. You'll just have to take my word for it. It was so cold out though. I got like wind rash on my face. Like my face was all red earlier and it hasn't even completely gone down. It was very cold. Oh, you're coming to Seattle this Saturday for fun? What are you coming to do? Oh, staying near Pike Place. That's fun. Just to like do touristy stuff? Oh, okay. You should go to the art museum. The SF or the Seattle Art Museum is really nice. And you'll be right by it. Oh, yes, definitely go to the Chihuly exhibit. It's beautiful. I've been, and it's really nice. Are you bringing the baby or is it just you guys? The baby. Sorry, I call all kids babies. I know your daughter's not a baby. Oh, cool. Yeah, you should definitely go. She'll think it's pretty cool. And there's lots of cool kid stuff to do. There's actually a huge outdoor park there near where the Chihuly exhibit is, and I'm sure she would love that. And also, there's a children's museum in that same complex near where the Space Needle is and stuff. That's pretty fun. Hazel really likes it. Yeah, Hazel loves art. That's why we got a season or a year-long pass to the art museum. Hey, Rob.
Howdy.
I was gonna say, don't you be silent too.
No, I'm not silent.
Just making sure.
I just was listening to you talk about the cool kids. That's all I heard.
The cool kids. That's us. Welcome to the cool kids.
All right, I'm gonna come off of mute now.
Oh, he wants to talk to you, Rob.
Ooh, I feel so special.
He's like, well, Rob is here, so.
Yeah, now I have to listen to Rob talk, so I'll have to unmute.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh Rob, why don't you come talk and hang out? Rob, why do you talk so much like crap? Why don't you do your listings to scold me?
What do you think of this stopwatch?
I love the font.
I gotta look. Hold on, I gotta click on it. Oh, that's dope.
The font is amazing. I'm a font connoisseur.
But I wouldn't know if that was worth a lot or a little. Is it?
It's really very, very specific. This one has a base metal. This is more for like industrial. You know, this wasn't a fancy watch, even though it has some nice little scroll work and stuff. But it's base metal. So probably like kind of like railroad, but somebody who had a little bit of scratch, you know, because it's not super basic. But it doesn't have a cover, right?
That flap thing.
A lot of pocket watches had covers, multiple covers. This one's really interesting because it has a screw back, and it's the first one I've seen with the screw back like it has. So that I'll show you. He didn't open it up. God. You know, sometimes having employees is like the most ridiculous thing ever because I handed him this watch and I said, make sure you get 12 pictures of this watch, and here's how it unscrews, and I want you to take at least 5 pictures of the inside.
Corey, I want you to repeat something.
What?
Don't forget my father's watch.
Why?
You don't get it. You don't remember that line?
No.
Repeat it.
No.
Don't forget my.
I'm not repeating
You don't remember
anything.
the what? You
I
don't
have
remember
no
that
clue what
movie?
you're talking
I'm not as
about.
smart as Rob. Rob, what the
Dude,
hell are you talking about?
I'll give you a minute to let it marinate for a second. My father, and then Christopher Walken tells him that his father kept the watch up his ass through the war.
I have no clue
Dude, you
what you're
never saw
talking
Pulp
about.
Fiction?
I don't think I've ever seen Pulp Fiction.
I've seen
Oh
it,
my
but it's
God.
honestly been years. I don't remember every line from the movie.
I don't like
Dude, that's one of the
I
most famous parts of the whole movie.
I actually don't like Quentin Tarantino.
I just like that movie though. But the movie
I
was
don't like that movie at all.
well. You're strange.
I'm a contrarian when it comes to you. We have like strongly opposing even though
I
yeah,
think he would say he didn't like it, even if he liked it, just because it's you.
probably.
Yeah, even though it's like one of the coolest movies of all time.
I don't
That
think it's
He's
one
like breathing. I hate breathing.
You know what
Strongly against
I
it.
like I'm a huge Spielberg guy.
Hey,
I think you can like both.
No.
What do you mean no?
No. It's not
I
possible.
like both.
You don't count.
Oh,
Kayla, you don't remember that part in Pulp Fiction
I honestly don't.
where
I remember a ton of that
Bruce
movie.
Willis, he tells his girlfriend, he says, "Don't
Don't
forget my
remember.
father's watch."
No.
And then she forgets the watch. They have to go back into the hotel room, and
Nope.
Vincent and John Travolta and is going after him with the machine gun.
I guess I've written that part out of my mind.
So this watch, based on the serial, so when you open this watch, there's the movement on the back, right? In the back, on the back side of it, the movement is there, and all the pieces are twiggling and twoggling. This thing like runs like a champ, and it keeps pretty young for its age. But this is, I think this is either. My memory is defeating me slightly, but it's either 1937 or 1941. So it's kind of late in the pocket watch game, you know?
It's beautiful.
Now, did you just do? You knew about watches, or you did research when you bought this? You learned more about it.
If you know, you don't really follow me on Instagram. There's gold everywhere. You're surrounded by gold. There's just gold everywhere.
Literally.
Seriously. So I bought this watch for $40. Okay. And they were asking 80 for it, and I was buying a big pile of stuff, and I said, "Will you take 40 for the watch?" He said, "Yeah." I don't do a lot of haggling like that, but the chain felt and looked like gold to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, even if the watch is crappy, the chain, I have the chance of the chain being gold. And I don't know if you're familiar with how valuable stopwatch chains, pocket watch chains are. Do you guys know about this product category?
Nope.
Can I blow your mind right now?
Please.
Because
Do
I
it.
do. Let me just ask. Because I do have a pocket watch that was.
Does it have a chain on it?
Nah, I don't think so. It was given to me,
Here,
and I put it in a drawer far away.
watch this. Watch this. Watch
But
this.
it's gold, but it's broken. You know what I mean?
Wait, let's get into the chains. Let's look at the sold chains just so we can get a real
2
idea.
chains?
2 chains? Look.
What? Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, dude. Look.
What?
Yeah, these are just little pocket watch chains
Why?
because it's in fashion right now.
Is it the gold itself, or is it the
No.
gold plus the
Nah,
item?
the gold is not that much gold.
No, it's very
81
little gold.
grams.
It's 11 to 50 grams.
What?
Yeah, see, this one's 50.2 grams of gold. The rule some of them have a lot of gold. See, this one's
Yeah, it's
41
about a
grams.
half an ounce, 50 grams.
But still, that's only like $450 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah. So, all the values in the sculptural. Look, this is only 39 grams. It's $1,100.
What?
Yeah, dude, pocket watch chains, and they're almost never marked. Like
Yeah.
you would just pick it up and think it was like, if you know gold, you know gold. Okay, gold is not. It has its own feeling to it. It's different than other metals. Like when you pick up base metal or you pick up like non-precious metals, I don't know.
Ferrite.
Even if they're non-ferrous, like if you pick up like brass in one hand and gold in the other hand, they just have one of them has there's something about gold that's special other than it being rare.
Hmm.
It feels alive. I don't know how to describe it. I know that sounds esoteric, but
Well, I mean,
um,
gold people. I mean, I don't want to get into a gold conversation, but not that I would
I
not want to get
kind of
into a gold
do.
conversation. But I'm
gold
saying,
is
it's been like
revered.
valuable forever. I mean,
Yeah,
people have always,
it's revered throughout history.
yeah, and all over the planet. It doesn't matter if you were in, Papua New Guinea, or if you're in, Argentina, or if you're in,
Yeah, even
you know,
before there were like countries like we know them now, gold is found all like pre-Columbian like the pre-Columbians in Colombia, they didn't really know they knew how to melt gold, but gold has a really low melting point. But you still have to get it pretty hot. But they made like molded things out of gold, and there's stuff over there that's like, you know 1,500 years before Europeans got there, and they were like lots of precious items made out of gold.
yeah. Well, that's why the Spaniards went there and stole it all.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting. The Spanish were quite the bunch. They loved their gold,
Yep.
Gold.
dude. I mean, I look. Do you know who Mel Fisher was? Or
I don't.
Sounds familiar.
okay, well, there was a gold armada, and there was a ship called the Santa Maria de la Atocha or something like that. It's called the Atocha, or they was referred to as the Atocha, and no one really knows what happened. There was like a storm, but it sunk. But there was like $60 billion worth of today, like, this was in the 90s too, like $60 billion worth of gold. There were
Hmm.
like there were like 5 kilo gold pancakes, like
What?
thousands of gold bars, and the
And they
value.
say it's still out there, or someone that they recovered it.
Mel Fisher found it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the guy who found it. Okay. Was he a
Yeah,
diver?
yeah, he was a diver. He was a treasure hunter, and he would hire divers. But it he was literally eating ramen noodles, buying fuel the next day with, people calling in investments and stuff like that. And like, no one stopped. People lost faith in him, and he kept going. And then
And they found it.
right when it was all over, he found the first gold coins, and they found like
Where,
thousands of gold coins
where
and
was this located, though?
off of the Florida Keys.
Oh, Florida Keys. It's funny because I was reading a story. Actually, I was watching it on the news. This was maybe about 5 years ago, and there was off. It was off the coast of Florida. It was, divers found, a shipwreck, whatever it was, and it was kind of funny because depending on where it is, I guess if it's international waters, whatever, like basically the news they would talk about how Spain and United States are in court right now deciding, like, whose money it is, whatever. And the funny part is that, like, even on the news they were explaining it. They're like, plundered treasure from Ecuador, and it's like, it's so funny how it's like, well, how come Ecuador doesn't? They have no claim. Like, it was their gold,
Yeah, it
but they
was
have no.
stolen from them, taken by force, and it's like So that whole that idea of like Western supremacy like that, like it's just crazy. So one of the pillar, the obelisk of Luxor is in the downtown of Paris. I don't know if you guys
Hmm.
know this. So if you go to Luxor, the palace at Luxor, there's
Mhm.
one piling missing, and it's in the middle
Hmm.
of Paris. And Napoleon stole it, like
Yeah.
brought it up the Nile River, brought it to Paris, and they won't give it back.
Yeah, no, I heard those stories. 'Cause I know somebody from
No,
Luxor, and the
but it's
guy.
there.
Uh,
It's not a story. It's real. It's not.
no, I'm talking about. I know those stories. Not what.
Is there a particular name for that type of perfume bottle that you've got there?
Oh, I thought it was a perfume bottle, but no, it's a smelling salts bottle. It's a Victorian era smelling salts bottle.
Oh, shit.
Isn't that crazy? And these are not common.
It's absolutely, I want to turn that into a necklace so bad. Like, it's
What do you,
gorgeous.
what you give me for it?
I have no idea. I was looking up perfume bottles, but I wasn't finding anything that I thought was really kind of comparable.
I believe this to be Russian because the Russians were really good at blue glass in that era, and it's got this blue glass.
And gold. Yeah.
Yeah, you like that? That's 12. 12? It has. I think it's 12. Crazy, right? It's got a gold ring attached to it. Dude, I bought this at an estate sale for $5.
Were people
What?
supposed to wear that on their hand, like,
Yeah,
and carry it sort of like a purse feel?
it's like a purse for the middle of your hand containing smelling salts.
Oh my God.
So the ring you put on your finger. Try to find another one on eBay that has the ring though.
See,
These
I'm finding some other like small bottles, but they're nothing like, they're very plain.
exactly.
And
So I
that one
don't
is
know
so pretty. I was
if the
gonna look on
collector's
Etsy.
market of this is just so hot that they're just impossible to find, or if this was like belonged to somebody aristocratic, you know? I mean, it's gold.
So there's some kind of pretty ones, sort of similar on Etsy in
Hmm.
like the $200 range.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't.
not seeing the ring. Oh no, here's one with a ring. $200. It looks different, but it does have a ring. Here, I'm gonna put it in the chat. You can take a look at it. Actually, that link is probably not gonna work. So you know what? I'm just gonna share screen for a second.
See, it has the glass stopper in it too, which is pretty cool. See
Oh
that?
my God.
Isn't that crazy?
Go ahead and switch over to me for a second and I'll show you what I found.
Oh, sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, but that looks modern to me.
Mm,
I
I
don't
don't
think that's
know.
Victorian.
Look at the lid though.
Mm, I think that's a knockoff.
Well, it could be. And then
Fugazi.
I
Fugazi.
think it's Fugazi. Don't
so
you think so,
then
Rob? Rob, do you think that's Fugazi?
It's the real
so here's
McCoy.
one doesn't have the ring, but you know, just a
Ooh, you
similar
got the
vibe.
caliper.
Similar vibe, $200. What I'm saying is I think $200 might be a safe.
I'm
See,
gonna
here's
have
one that
this
has a
thing looked at
chain.
by
Oh,
a
here,
buddy of
these two
mine.
have chains. This one's missing the ring but has a chain.
That looks authentic to me.
And that's 275.
Yeah.
And then this one also 210 has a ring.
Mm, hmm.
They could have replaced that cork, you know, like it might have had a glass stopper before
Mm-hmm.
and now it has. But I mean, hell, I would price it, you know, high and see what happens. So
It's very, very cool. I'm gonna make it the highest one. I'm gonna put it for $1,000,
might as well.
and I'm gonna put it for $1,000 and put best offer on it and see what happens.
Corey, you know anything about Briar horses?
I've
Are they,
sold some.
are they
You
horses?
sold them?
I used to, yeah.
No, I'm not familiar.
Do they all because I'm going back to a sale tomorrow. I know you're like, oh, don't buy. What do you do? It's gonna sit on my shelf and collect dust. But if I get them and they're very cheap, they all definitely all say Briar on them.
I
Because I looked
believe
at
they should. They should all have that mark. Either they say Briar or they have like a B or something like that.
yeah, because some of them I looked at and I was like, he had a whole pile of them. And
But the thing about Briar horses, if I remember correctly, is in order to sell them and know which ones are desirable, you need to know, like, oh, this is the Shetland,
yeah,
model color or whatever. Like, you need to know exactly what horse it is and like the coloring and like, oh, this one is in the trot pose, so it's worth more or whatever the case may
I
be.
wouldn't be paying up, so it wouldn't matter. It would be like a matter of I would be paying like a few dollars a piece.
Yeah,
So
I know. It's just so for me, when I'm buying things, I need to also calculate my pain in the ass factor. And if the pain in the ass factor is too high, it's not worth it to me. Like if it's going to
no,
take me an hour and a half to research these things for, what's the profit, right? Like if I
well,
can
no,
sell
that's
them
why I'm
for a
asking you
hundred
if you
bucks
know
each.
about them. That's why.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. So some of them are going to sell for like $10, and then you might get lucky and find some that sell for $100 or
Yeah.
but you need to know what you're looking at. And if they're worth $10, it's not worth it for me personally.
No, I
So
totally agree with you. I don't want to sell any for $10. I would if they were a bunch of them worth 10, I'd try to lot them up.
yeah, I mean, if they're like, here's a garbage bag full of them for $20, okay, great, like that's worth it.
That's what
But
I'm thinking. If it's something like that, if it's a big bag, because I know he's got a bunch left over. He's doing it. This guy I know who does a lot of estate sales. He last day is the clean out day, and they're doing the clean out day Friday. So the guy will hook me up.
yeah, they're definitely all over the place. I've only sold a handful of them back when I used to sell a lot of toys. And I mean, yeah, it's hard to know. And unless you know about horses, like they're kind of hard to research unless they're in a box.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I
No,
don't
there's no
know, to
box.
me,
Actually, no.
a brown
There's one or
horse
two
is a brown
boxes.
horse.
There's one or two boxes. I don't know. I'm just gonna go anyway because when we're degenerate buying
Because it's not
people.
like you're going to get any listing done. So
Nah, in the afternoon I don't list I only list at night anyway. Can't listen in the morning.
of course not. That's ridiculous. Can't list in
Can't
the
listen.
morning
The morning is for hunting.
or the
night is when I
afternoon.
do.
Can't list in the afternoon. That's
No,
crazy.
Well, isn't it like
list in the afternoon.
Isn't it 2 a.m. in New Jersey right now?
One.
What?
It's like 1:15.
Long Island.
I don't know. I always think you live in New Jersey.
Who, me?
Yeah.
She's from New Jersey. I'm not from New Jersey.
Not anymore.
I think Rob's. Have
you ever been to New York, Corey?
I have.
Okay. I'm on the other side. Like she's on the one side. I'm on the other side. She's west side. I'm east side.
A friend of mine lived in Spanish Harlem for a while.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. But that was a long time ago. I was like 22 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I like New York. I thought it was really weird. Like it was. I was from a really small town north of New Orleans, and then I moved to Portland, and I'd been in Portland for about 2 years, and then just a friend of mine from high school was like, "Oh, I'm living in New York. Come hang out." So I was like, "Oh, all right, cool." So when I got the chance, I went over and hung out with him for a week. But it was like pretty close to Central Park, and like it was pretty cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
thought what I thought was really interesting about New York was like on the street, somebody will just poke your eye out to move you out of the way.
Yeah.
They just no one. The acknowledgement of other people doesn't exist on the street. Right when you walk into a place, like you go into a bar and everyone was just like raucous, like everyone's just talking to anybody, everybody. It was like a different type of
Yeah.
the
No, you're
culture.
right. You're on the money. That's how it still is now. You
Really,
said you went there. How old?
that
You were 22. Is that what you said?
yeah.
Yeah. No. Even now, it's like especially now, like if you're driving, nobody lets you in. You have to like force yourself in. It's a
Uh,
very every man for himself town.
I
Like
don't like that. That's what I didn't like about living on the East Coast.
it's like a little America.
I'll tell you a funny story. When I went, not funny, sad funny. Like not haha funny, but like when
Somebody help me with
when
this watch while he's talking.
yeah, when I went to see I went to a Morrissey concert.
Oh,
And you ever go to general admission concerts?
Yes.
Okay.
that's all I can
Lots
Do you
afford.
know
of
I'm
them.
poor.
what?
That's all I can afford. I'm poor.
No, well, it's actually the general admission is actually more money. But anyway. So what happens is everybody wants to get to the front. So one guy literally like passed out. Okay. So me and his friends are trying to help him get up. And the only thing that's happening is the people that are behind us are rushing in to take our spots. Like the guy who was literally passed out on the floor on Madison Square Garden's floor, on the floor. And everybody is just like stepping over this guy. And I'm like, just to get 5 feet closer to the fucking stage, like you literally trying to step on somebody. Like you don't even say, "Oh, is this guy okay?" Like if you see a guy on the floor, aren't you like, "Hey, is your friend all right?"
I don't know. I mean, it depends, right? So last week I went out to lunch with another reseller friend of mine, and we were at this big Asian market by us that has like a big food court and stuff. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, this guy who seems like he's probably on drugs, possibly homeless, maybe both, starts screaming and cursing at everybody like, what, is nobody gonna fucking help us? Is nobody gonna help? And like we couldn't even figure out what he was talking about, like what he needed help with. Like nobody was on the floor, nobody was bleeding. So a bunch of people were just kind of looking at him like, and he's cursing at everybody, like, how come nobody will help? Like, and so eventually somebody that works there came over, and then he's like, well, he's fine now. So, jumping into action is not always people's first response
No,
when,
but if you watch, you literally thousands of people just watch the guy just collapse.
yeah, I mean, I don't
And
know.
literally they're
It's still
stepping
not.
over a collapsed man
See,
just so
I
they
wouldn't
can get 10
necessarily
feet
step
closer to
over somebody,
Morrissey.
but I don't know that my first instinct would be to like jump in and help either. But
Not to step over the guy. I would.
no, I wouldn't be like, well, it sucks to be you. Excuse me, so I can get closer to
I
the
want to get
stage.
5 feet closer to the stage. Wait, hold on. I gotta plug this thing in. Hold on.
How much did you price that watch for?
$49.99. What?
No, I was just curious. You asked for help, but I couldn't see what the brand was, so I didn't even know what to look at.
Oh, Klaus Kobeck. It's actually quite a fine watch. It just isn't in style. This is a brand you may have heard of.
What was it? I missed it.
Pretty famous designer watch brand. High-end designer watch. Raymond Weil.
No, but I don't know jewelry. Men's, women's. I don't.
You consider watches jewelry?
Well, I mean, they're an accessory, right? I don't know. What should they be considered?
I don't know.
Are they not jewelry? I would figure jewelry.
They're not really jewelry though. They're more industrial, But they are accessories. I wouldn't call them jewelry though. Some watches
What
run
about women's watches? Would you consider a woman's watch to be jewelry?
no.
No?
Unless
Okay.
it is jewelry,
Like if it has jewels?
yes.
Mm.
And it's gold. So like stainless steel to me is not jewelry.
Okay.
Like rappers use watches. Rappers kind of started that like bigger trend of using watches as jewelry, like blingy jewelry. But I mean, people were wearing like serious Rolexes. Just somebody might have $150,000 Rolex, but it's under their sleeve, you know.
That's an interesting.
A Rolex is a status symbol
Yeah. So why would you hide it under your sleeve?
because that's how it works.
I don't wear
Just let
watches.
it peek out.
I don't wear watches.
I need to look this one up.
That's what my phone is for.
I love dollar watch bags. Oh my god. I found some of the craziest watches. I found an Omega.
Yeah.
Only one ever, and it was a woman's Omega, but still it was an Omega Seamaster in a bag of dollar watches. Okay, if you don't know what an Omega Seamaster is, do you know what an Omega Seamaster is, Rob?
I think he stepped away.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Oh, look, this Raymond Weil. People have it for all over. It's gold plated. Sometimes I like to look at, so like a watch like this, like, let's see, does mine have the date on it? Watches with dates and date windows are always like better. Yeah, see, this one has the date. He's got a good. See, like he should know how to get a good picture of the face of this watch.
It's not hard with an iPhone to get a
No,
good
it's
macro
not.
shot.
It's not hard at all. You can
Look
see
at the
like,
shadows. Like,
yeah,
come
exactly.
on.
I know. Like we're gonna have to. I'm keeping some of these as examples of what not ever to do again.
Especially with nice jewelry
Well,
or
it takes
accessories
them a
like
long
this.
time too, and it's like, come on, man.
If it takes you this long, like wipe off the mat. Like look at all the like spots on there. Like, come on.
Yeah. So you can see that this watch has screws, so these links you can take them out. Very, very high quality steel. Really
So the
nice.
screws mean that it's like a higher end piece, probably.
You can hold a higher end watch and tell once you've held any watches. But so look, this is a 5360 movement and it's the Tango. So look, this one sold for like $43, $61. They're gonna be all over the board like this, and a lot of watches you're gonna see that where it's just all over the place. Look, this is a really nice condition. It sold for $154.
At
Yeah.
auction.
Yeah. So but this one sold for $34 at auction. Look, they're the same. They're the same watch. They seriously are. Just this guy had way better pictures.
Colin, I have to whine about something for a minute. I told you I found that beautiful Brunello Cucinelli cashmere
Ooh.
silk sweater. And it had a tiny repair, but it's not that noticeable. So I listed it last night for $200. And
What?
I immediately got a $150 offer. So I was like, taking it.
Hey,
I paid $3. I couldn't care less. And then this morning she emails me, I changed my mind. I want to cancel. Very sad. So I relisted it. Maybe someone will pay full price for it.
Brunello Cucinelli.
And it has this, I'm glad I looked it up because it has this beading on it. And they call it, what did they call it? Monili beading. So it's got these teeny, teeny, tiny little silver beads that go down the front of the blouse or the sweater. So beautiful. But yeah, I was super excited that it had sold instantly. And then I was almost greedy and like, I don't know. I think it's probably worth more. And then I was like, I shouldn't be greedy. And then she's like, no, never mind. She made the offer at like 11:59 at night. I'm like, that bitch was on Ambien making some offers. She woke up this morning and was like, what the hell did I do?
What am I doing buying stuff at 1 o'clock in the morning?
She's like, I don't want this.
Yeah, Cucinelli is one of those things that you listed. You wake up in the morning, like especially being on the West Coast, you must always wake up to like messages and
Oh yeah,
all this
tons.
other,
Tons.
because everybody's already been awake. Even sometimes, like, I'll wake up too, and I'll be like, it was 9 o'clock. Like, I'll wake up at say 9 o'clock in the morning, and then somebody's like, it said buy it now at like 6 a.m. Like, who? I'm like, is it somebody from California late at night or somebody? And I'm like, who's shopping for like an LL Bean sweater at like 6 in the morning? It's like, what the
That's where you
F?
like, dude. Imagine like how it might have been easier for hoard. So you have a whole different type of hoarder. You have the internet hoarder. I don't know what this is in like certain people or the American society or whatever causes hoarding, but Jesus Christ, like you can just order your stuff that you want to hoard online and then just stick it in the closet. You don't even have to take it out of the box. You can be such a much more well organized hoarder.
Yeah.
So I
Why do
follow a bunch of people, a bunch of resellers, obviously, on Instagram, and some of them are such terrible hoarders. And they they try to justify it, and they're like, well, I'm going to resell it. I did find really great stuff at the sale that I wasn't supposed to go to today, right? And it just it breaks my heart. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
I want to help, but they don't want help. They just
no, but some people okay, so I think there's two things that cause that kind of mentality. It's like, if you really want to work for yourself, you want to work for yourself. And it doesn't matter whether you're reselling or not or whatever. Like I've tried lots of stuff. This is just what's working for me now. I'm not going to say that it's what's going to be working for me forever, right?
yeah.
I am a business person. I might not be a great business person, but I'm getting better at it. And I just don't like working for anybody else. And you know, if you don't have that mentality, I think it's going to be difficult to do this and really care about it, because if you have a backup, it's not as important. But you still want it. People like to buy, so they have this. We like to buy things, so it's so easy to buy the stuff and be like, oh well, it's worth this or it's worth that, and then when that happens, they start to overvalue stuff, so then they never sell it.
Exactly.
So it's like a compulsion, but
Which is why I think a lot of these people need help.
dude, what about this awesome? Like, I don't even want to sell this. Look at this transformer.
Yeah, as I just say,
Speaking of,
we buy too much. I'm reliving my childhood right now with this.
that's really cool.
Dude,
I don't
this
even
is
remember who is this? Which guy is that?
It's a Ferrari. Ferraris are my favorite
No,
Ferraris.
I know the car is a Ferrari, but which guy is it?
Overdrive.
Oh, I'm trying to remember if I know who he. I don't remember him.
Hazel would know. She was so obsessed with Transformers.
Really?
She had a Transformers 5th birthday party.
Nice.
Yeah, loved it.
My child likes My Little Pony.
No, Hazel's current thing is what is it? Weird Wonders of the World or something? Strange Wonders of the World,
Interesting.
where she watches these shows about super volcanoes and acid eating slugs and weird shit like that. She's like, Mama, did you know that? And she's spouting out all these crazy facts. I'm
Dude,
like,
I just
"Kid,
lost.
How old is she?
6. She just turned 6.
Oh my God, 6? Oh
Yeah.
shit.
She's crazy. She
My
comes up with the
internet
craziest stuff.
Did you see my screen share just crashed?
It did.
Crap.
Who's in the chat?
Thrift and Seek Vintage, Melissa Francis, Stephanie's Threads, Pick with Joy, Treasure
I
Hunters was
lost
here a
the
little bit
chat
ago.
too because I
Treasure
lost
Hustlers?
Dang.
She was here a while ago. I don't know if she's still here.
I gotta get the chat back, kids. I gotta rebuild this because I'm gonna keep listing. Normally I would just give up, so you might hear me for a second, and I apologize. Oh, gotta pop the chat back up. Does everybody know how to pop out the chat?
No, because we do this differently. I have 2 separate screens going.
Pop out
Who's
the
this
chat.
here?
Pop out the chat. Oh yeah, pop out the chat.
Science is super cool, and I'm so glad she's into it. And she just started learning math in school, and she's practicing it, and she's getting really good at that too. So I'm all about encouraging STEM learning in my
Who's this
daughter.
Melissa Francis character?
She's awesome. I know her from, I think I know her from Instagram, and she did Nicole's mentorship group
Oh, nice.
earlier this year.
Great.
Michelle M is here also.
So all California people.
No, not all California people.
I thought they're
Oh,
from.
California. They're just some California people.
Bang Bang Lulu is here. I love her.
Oh, and from Oregon.
Death Piles.
Oh, bring in Death Piles.
How you doing?
So if you don't know, probably should know that this is. Oh, did my chat link work? This is the chat link. I'm not very good at stuff.
No, we knew
You
that.
need Google Hangouts to get on this chat thing. If you say something stupid, I'm gonna delete the video most likely, but then you can't hang out anymore. Those are the new
Why?
rules. I mean, you say stuff stupid all the time, but it's not like
Different
Who,
kind of
me?
stupid.
And I like you, so you have like.
I say stupid stuff.
Just
You have seniority.
You have been known to say some pretty ridiculous things, but all
The
good-hearted.
guy who puts poo on the
And
thing.
butts. And what's today's chat's name? Wiener, wiener, wiener. Wiener, wiener.
And I say stuff.
You made Mike laugh with that one.
Kevin,
What is good?
I love
Hey.
you, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's lovely to see your face. Let me get a little bit closer with Arid Extra Dry. What's
DP,
going
how's
on?
the North Pole?
It's great, man. It's chilly. It's like mid 70s, you know. I gotta stick.
Oh,
You're in the sweat lodge over there?
that's the life.
Yeah. Is it cold where you live, or how's the East Coast?
It's freezing, but I'm in my bedroom, so I'm not cold. I mean, you're cold. You always got a jacket on.
I'm cozy. There's a difference.
Do you
And a
remember
wool hat.
Do you remember Wilson from like that show with Tim Allen when he was Tool
Home
Time
Improvement.
thing?
Yeah, talking.
That's what you look like right now, Rob. You're just like Wilson.
I'm laying
You can
down
only
in bed.
see your forehead.
It's late at night.
That's true.
1:30 in the morning.
Kevin,
Yes, sir.
how's internet life? How's sales? How's things going, man? Talk to me about something fun.
Things are going pretty good. I don't know. I'm doing a little more merch, so I got tiered up again. So I'm up to like 1,000 t-shirts.
Nice.
Pretty excited.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm locked on merch. They will not unlock my ability to put stuff on merch.
Did you like not list something?
Like
3 months
I
to.
don't know what I did. I must have put out like Chewbacca or something. I don't know.
Uh-oh. Throw up a lightsaber.
I must have violated a copyright somewhere and not known it. I don't know. They won't
Something
let
from Beavis.
me. So you're up to 1,000 active designs, or you can put up to 1,000.
I can put up to 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Wow, cool.
I was at like 100, and then they tiered me up to 500, and then they tiered me up to 1,000. I think.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
I sold my most expensive T-shirt ever.
Okay? Talk to me about that.
I sold a T-shirt for $250.
What?
A merch shirt?
No, like a
Oh,
concert tee on eBay.
okay.
Oh, I gotta
thought you
hear
made
this.
some
Now I've been waiting.
crazy
You gotta keep me in
shirt.
suspense.
Oh, is that a Nirvana shirt? The memorial tee,
Oh,
like his face. Then it has the dates of his life at the bottom. It came out the year he died.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
You
can
shipped it out
sell
already,
that.
or it's shipped out tomorrow?
No, I shipped it out like 2 days ago.
Oh shit!
That's
I want to
pretty
see it.
cool, man. I don't know how I feel about Kurt Cobain, really, but it doesn't matter how I feel about Kurt Cobain because, man, how did he he created like a cultural movement.
He's like local to you guys up there too, huh?
Yeah, he's from
Yeah.
Seattle. Seattle,
Aberdeen.
though. He's from like the sticks.
Aberdeen, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, somewhere. somewhere out on Sleater Kenny Road.
Were you guys in the area when he was doing his thing? Like, did you go see him in concert or anything?
No, I was 7 and living in New Jersey.
Okay, yeah. You're not local to the area.
Not
That's what I was
then.
saying. It's got to be a lot of concert T-shirts up there. I mean, there's so many bands from Seattle. Forget about it. I mean, you got tons. You got a lot of bands.
Yeah, I love concert tees.
Yeah, man. I got to see the shirt, man. I gotta see what this thing looks like, man.
Pop it in. Just go into eBay. Type Kurt Cobain Memorial T-shirt.
I'll check that out.
Yeah.
What color?
I got the white. It was the white one. I think there was two.
The white?
Yeah.
And it was the year that he died?
Yeah. It was
90. It has the year. What was the stock? The shirt. What was the tag in the back?
I don't know. That's probably like
Tell us everything.
or something.
What's up?
It's probably like a golden or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Nice.
If you guys don't know, like portable CD players and portable tape players, they're just selling so fast. I've never seen the velocity on these things so great. This is definitely some kind of trend going on.
I have an old one in the package, and I got one offer the day I listed it for like $20, and I was like, no. And then nothing else then.
Really? Because I'm selling the crap out of them, but I have a lot of them.
I mean, given
Cassette
that's
player
not
or
mostly
CD?
Mine is a CD MP3 combo, I think.
Maybe Kevin can help me. I'm looking for interns, Kevin, to help me price stuff and research on eBay, so I don't have to switch screens. Because I'm too lazy to switch screens. Can you help me?
Another tab, or you got a lot of tabs.
Okay.
Or just have screens.
Somebody help me out. What would you price this 1985 Generation 1 Transformers Overdrive?
And there's nothing there. There's no comps at all, bro.
There's comps. I just don't want to do them. I want you guys to do them.
Is it complete and everything?
Yep.
$30.
Yes, 24. Yeah, 24.30 something.
$26.99.
There you go.
Cool. Oh, this is great. Can we do this all day? All right. So I'm gonna tell you guys something that I discovered, and if you don't know about it, it's ridiculous. Because my this is good till cancel on all of mine. It does it by default. Well, your listing shows up way farther down and searches and stuff. So if you do 10 days, and you can actually tell eBay to relist it automatically 3 times, and it will. And I think that you can even have it relisted indefinitely, but you get way higher up in the search ranks. Just so you guys know, I think that there's some kind of miscommunication there, but I changed it, and my conversion rate almost tripled.
I literally told you that like 3 weeks ago. I was like, if you have everything good till canceled, your stuff starts to drop in the search ranking.
Yeah, you were right.
You were like,
So how do you get it to relist like automatically?
There's a setting somewhere.
But you can only do it. It only does it a few times, and then after that, it won't. It'll just go into your unsolds, and you have to manage it yourself, which is what I do.
Dude, check out Mr. Peanut.
I like that. Is he like a nightlight?
Yeah, but I would not. I mean, this is like plastic.
No, it'd probably fucking melt your house down.
Dude, this is why fires started in people's houses.
Super cute, though.
It is a very cute and dangerous collectible.
I would say
Dude, I think it's worth
Where'd you find this,
I think
there's
it's worth
literally one that sold last month for $4.
no.
Look it up really quick like that.
Are
I'm
there
just telling you.
are there any more?
There's only one that sold. There's a sort of similar one right now that's online for $12,
Where?
but it's porcelain, eBay.
Yeah, this
So
thing's
it's
like
not the same one.
this thing is like a death trap.
Yeah, and it sold for $4. That's why it sold for $4.
No, I'm gonna sell it for 100. Watch.
Yeah. Good luck.
I bet you $100 I can sell it for $100.
I will take that bet.
Awesome.
I'm a witness to
Do you
this.
think someone's got to pay as much for that as a Cuccinelli sweater or
No fucking
scarf?
way.
Dude, so if you guys don't know, Planters Peanuts shit is a very, very, very desirable collector class right now. I don't know if you guys know that, but it really is. Let me show you some shit.
More collectible than the mail away cigarette stuff?
I don't know, mail away cigarette stuff. That stuff isn't even that popular.
The Camel cigarette? The
Yeah, I sold
Oh,
them.
there's an identical one to the one you have on eBay right now for $35.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna sell it for $100
Why are they going to buy yours over the $35 one? I'm just curious.
because
Hey, what? $500?
$100, not $500.
No, if you there was something there that was $500, I was
No, I'm
peanut.
telling you that.
He was talking about something else. You scrolled by something that was Mr. Peanut for $500.
Look, Mr. Peanut stuff.
I don't doubt you. I'm just saying that the little nightlight that's going to burn someone's house down is not worth $100.
Yes, I'm telling you that it is worth $100.
We'll see.
Where's the other one that you're seeing?
Search Mr. Peanut Nightlight. Mister. No, if you do that, it doesn't show up.
Mr. Peanut.
Nightlight. Not under the solds, under the
Hey,
active.
chill out. Okay? Mr. Peanut's hot right now. Look at that sexy peanut.
I think you have a fetish for that peanut.
Which one is $35.79?
The one that you're right there on your screen.
Is it the one that's $35.79?
The one that says $35.79.
Oh, I'm buying this in a second. So I can get it off the internet.
That's so dumb.
Why?
Because I don't think it's even worth $35.
Yeah, but in order for me to sell mine for 100, I got to get rid of this guy's.
I don't think you're gonna sell it for $35. I don't know if you're gonna make your $14 back.
Oh no, dude! You have no idea how collectible this stuff is. I'm just telling you.
Oh,
No one's found this yet.
I am glad to take your $100 bet. I will gladly give you $100 if you sell one for $100.
I will. I totally will. Look how sexy that is. Look, I wonder whose listing this is.
Silver City Sales.
No, this
Corey
one.
make me laugh, man.
That's what I just said. Silver City Sales.
No, it's me. This is my listing.
Oh, that, not the nightlight. Sorry, on my screen it looked like you were pointing at the nightlight.
Ooh,
He tried to corner the market.
yeah.
He's
I
like
do
the
that all the
only
time.
person who could sell Mr. Peanut is me.
I love quartering the market. It's my favorite thing to do.
He has a Mr. Peanut fetish.
Did you see that somebody made me an offer on the Marge Simpson Playboy magazine?
50 bucks?
Dude, it's worth
20
$50. No, I'm not gonna take $20 for it. Screw you.
Oh, I thought it said you were gonna get 50. Okay.
No, he was offering me 20, but that's in the original factory packaging.
Marge Simpson.
Dude, this thing's beat to shit.
Why can't I sell my new in package one?
I don't
Is
know,
it
but I sell
Walkman?
these ones all the time.
Mine is a CD MP3 player.
What brand?
Maybe that's too new.
Panasonic.
MP.
Huh.
MP3 is new. You need the vintage.
So
That is
Panasonic is
new.
not a popular brand in the region. People want
Sony.
Sony. They're willing to take some other brands. They like Philips too. Philips and Sony,
I
Panasonic.
just figured in the packaging still would have some.
No, but the people who want it in the packaging are specifically Sony collectors. Specifically. So if you pay up for something that's in the package and it's in this little niche, make sure it's Sony because there's all these.
Yeah, I mean, I think I paid like
collectors.
$4 for mine, the one I found.
Yeah,
So I don't really
You'll
care.
make
But
money on that. If you can't sell it, I can. You can just send it on over to me.
I mean, there's some
You know
other
what
similar ones that have sold for 79, 75.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So maybe mine is just shit.
Maybe yours is just shit.
Maybe everything I do sucks. Ooh.
I just picked up a 300 disc Sony
300.
DVD combo, the big box.
Dude, those are annoying.
Yeah, I know. I put it on Facebook Marketplace. I'm trying to sell it locally.
Who the hell wants that locally? You gotta find some idiot who wants that.
Well, he lives in
Idiot.
Long Island. He's fucking overgrown with idiots.
Jesus.
Why?
Those
why
machines are
you
so
trying to trash Long Island?
I don't need to. It does it itself.
I went to a sale and it was like the last day of the sale and there was all this amazing computing stuff and there were a couple of those stupid Sony CD things and she was like, yeah, I'll give you a great deal on all this stuff if you take these Sony things with you. And I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. I kind of looked them up, they kind of wet my I
Whistle.
started salivating slightly, and then I realized how much of a pain in the ass they are.
And it's
That
pain
is
to just
the
like
most
test, right?
difficult thing to ship. What?
Pain to test too, I imagine, right?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said it would be like a pain to test as
It's
well.
impossible to fully test it. Like,
Now,
what if
Corey, do you ever sell stereos or no?
I just, I kind of started there, and there's just a lot of problems, and I don't want to be presumptive here, but where I found to be very, very high fraud rates were there were these people who were buying on eBay and then like saying there were specific defects and then sending things back after they took parts out of them, making you pay the return shipping. Like that happened to me a few times where they were not as they seemed, and it seemed to be in that stereo collectors kind of niche. So I didn't like that, so I kind of just stopped dealing with it. Except
Well,
for
I only paid $10 for this unit, so.
Do you want to see something super awesome in my inventory, Rob?
Yep. Always.
Did you see the No, maybe you saw it already. Did I post it live? The Sansui S7000 in the box. I did. I won't
I
go back.
think he did.
Yeah, I won't go back to that. Never mind. All right. So anytime, if the determining factors of the value of some of these things are the features that they have. The more advanced features that help you like resume play. If one of these has a resume button on it where you can stop the whole thing, hit the resume, and it goes back to where it was, it has like a resume memory. Those go for like tons and tons more money and way faster. That for some reason people really want specific features on these things. And anything that has this look to it is definitely awesome. If you find a Discman ESP car ready in the package, you're going to sell that for a lot of money. I just sold one in the package that wasn't even close to as cool as this one for like $250 just a couple weeks ago.
What?
Yeah, dude, they're hard to find in the original package. They really are. I mean, they're hard to find in general. Like, people have figured it out. The Goodwill next to me, they never have them anymore. They're just gone. So somebody figured it out somewhere because they used to just have stacks of them. No longer are there stacks.
Kevin, you sell electronics?
Yeah, I'll pick up some stuff. I pick up I tend to pick up the higher end stuff of like every category that I can think of. So I'll pick up like Marantz and Bose and I don't know.
But the big stuff, like the receivers.
Yeah, if it's worth my time, you know. I've occasionally bought like VCRs that are only worth like $30-$40 and then like I don't know, they're just a pain to ship it.
VCRs are DVD VCR combos sell really fast.
Yeah,
And
like
VCRs, unless so the real key to making money with VCRs on eBay, and this is like, you know, if you've been listening to this show for a while, this is like a solid tip. Buy things that are in the original boxes. It
Right.
almost triples the value. Almost triples. And people buy it very, very quickly. I bought some boxed VCRs, and they're not VCR DVD combos, they're just VCRs. Boxed VCRs, like, I don't know why. You know, I don't know why, but they get big money for what they are, right? And they're very obsolete technology.
And it makes
Well, how else?
Yeah.
How else are they gonna watch their vintage porno?
I don't know. Copy it to DVD.
Well, bring it to the guy at the photo mat. Oh, do me a favor.
Do me a favor.
Do me a favor. Put this on a disc. Oh no,
No,
now
put
it's not
this
even
over
a
here
disc.
on a
Put it on a
disc.
thumb drive.
I was gonna say something really inappropriate, but I'm not going to now because I realize that. Yeah, I
I'll
know.
say
Worried
it.
about the monetization.
Production.
Tell me and I'll say it.
Tell me and I'll say
I'll say it. And the ladies can cover their ears.
Girls, who's ever listening, Michelle or
Boils.
whoever, Stephanie, close your ears.
Boils.
Earmuffs. Earmuffs.
Why are you being sexist right now?
EMFs. To be fair, I said it first.
Why are you being sexist?
Is it okay if I say it?
No.
Oh.
Then that would be me being sexist. I just make fun of Rob because he's silly. Because he should actually work hard.
Her.
I do work hard.
Her.
Oh, look who it is. Oh, look who's here.
Shit.
My favorite.
Oh, God.
Got some more estrogen in the
We
channel.
got some more bong hits in the channel. What's up,
Never.
Rips? What's up, Rips from the bong?
Oh, she's being quiet.
That's okay. You can be quiet. Just hang. You can be quiet.
Uh-oh.
Dude, look how awesome this is, by the way. I mean, if somebody could turn crap into awesome, look at this piece of awesome. It's digital. Do you see that? That's how you know it's like early in compact disc technology. That's an early piece. This is a night. Hey Rob, do you know what year what year the CD came out for like mass production?
What year they started making a mass production? CDs?
Yeah.
I would say 87 and 88.
My same guess was 87.
I was gonna say 88, but that's pretty close.
And I said 87/88. So
this is 19.
And I don't know what I'm talking about, so
this is 1990. So we're still at like
that's pretty early.
Yeah, we're in the beginning of the transition, but look
So
at
this
this.
was like some space age shit back then.
Yeah, dude, look at this thing. It has all this like digital crap on it. Like, look, they put like a little digital display on the front of it with all that stuff. I mean, that's cool. This is a cool piece. Like,
I just sold a blazer.
What's up?
Blazer?
Who sold a blazer?
I just sold a blazer.
What kind of blazer?
Burberry.
Tell us all about
Burberry.
Burberry.
What's up, Jackie? How's California?
She's being quiet.
I don't know. She's got something in her mouth.
Jesus
Jackie.
Christ. Robert.
Shut up.
Smoking a joint. Oh,
Oh God. Sometimes I wonder why I do this.
And then we remind you.
Yeah. It's like the whack pack over here.
Actually, it's actually the best name for it. That's us.
the wacky tobacco pack.
Yeah. This is so cool. I want to keep this.
And you don't ever want to keep anything.
I know. Let's sell it.
Let's.
If I sold that Aztec jacket, I could sell anything. Dude. Is Lauren still? I think Lauren, I don't know. Lauren was somewhere. Maybe she was in the chat earlier. I don't remember.
She was not.
Oh, okay. She was in some chat sometime earlier today. Oh, maybe when Nicole was on or whatever. I was like, I'm keeping that jacket. God, that thing was awesome.
So what is the current plan with the rest of the Pendleton right now?
The plan?
Yeah, like, I mean, do you have some of it photographed yet or listed yet? Or are you just, like, what's the plan?
Oh, I'm just gonna do a little. I got John working through some stuff, and I want to show him how to take some. We're gonna do a little. We're gonna do like a one-on-one with that stuff, so I can get him better at taking pictures in a specific way and getting a specific like feel and stuff.
Yeah, no, I definitely would do that. don't want
I'm
the
also
subject of,
waiting
like,
on my
willy-nilly.
new. I bought a new backdrop, like a paper, rolling paper backdrop instead of having that sheet back there. So I'm kind of waiting for that to come in too, because those are. I mean, they are high end pieces. They're not. I know that we're getting into the spring and stuff, but still, people buy them for camping. I've got a couple of robes in there.
Yeah, I don't think the time of year is gonna matter.
Like 2 of them are like amazing, like Indian. Or I don't know how to politically say it correctly. I'm like part Native American or whatever.
Engines.
I'm not a full Native American, but part of me is. I don't know. I don't know. Indians. Shut up.
God.
Anyway,
So speaking of saying something stupid and deleting this video.
What? Me?
No, not you.
me?
Corey.
What did I do? They call
I'm
them Indian trade blankets because
I'm
like
kidding, because you said engine.
no, Rob said engine. I just
You
repeated.
repeated him.
Ay, caramba.
Now you guys have said it multiple times since. So.
Now we really have to delete this video.
But what? There's no commercials on here, so what? I don't get it. Somebody's,
We're joking. There's nothing to get. I'm joking. No one's deleting the video.
No.
'cause everybody's always afraid. They're like, "Oh my god!" Oh, I hear so many people. They make a video and they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that."
Well,
And I'm
because
like,
some people
we're
monetize
changing
their
the
videos.
subject. We're changing the subject. I want to talk about how interesting I find these native like trade blankets to be because they are machine made by factories. The factories made designs that they kind of inspired, and they would just sell them to the native people. That was like their deal. But it seems like they're just making whatever they want now. I don't know if they continue to make designs that were inspired by like native people, but they seem to think that they were at some point good for their economy, and maybe they were. I don't know, but it's kind of a fascinating subject to me because like, dude, people were like buried in blankets. Like blankets were like very expensive and very very like revered, right? Like does like cherished,
mm-hmm.
and it was very without machinery. Imagine like making a blanket like that. Very very difficult, long, tedious, lots of work, dyeing things, making So beads were a very very high value for a long time. Like beads existed for trade purposes because like there were a lot of things you could fake, but it's really hard to fake like a bead from a specific region and a specific color, you know.
Mhm.
People still can't fake some of those beads.
Yeah, they try to rip off or reproduce a lot of them.
I've
But-
got some. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, there was a little lag there. Sorry about that.
like some of those like chevron beads and stuff. Like
Oh,
they try
yeah.
to reproduce them, but
Yeah.
you can tell, you know.
You can absolutely tell just by touching it.
Yeah.
It has a whole different. The age does something to the glass.
Yeah. I love African trade beads. You
I've
don't
got a
see them
bunch.
very often. They're really awesome.
I had a chance to buy somebody's full collection for around $800, but it was like 80 strands.
Yeah.
But they would only sell all the strands together, and at the time I couldn't justify buying all of them. I knew some of them were worth 100 here, 100 there, but I knew it would take me a long time to sell them.
Were there
They're
any
not easy to
really
sell.
chevrons or
Dude, beads aren't, they're just not, like 10 years ago, yes, you could sell any bead you wanted, anytime you wanted. Beads were very, very popular. They just don't seem to have the traction. I've got some beads that used to go for really good money that just are not selling. And eBay was a great place to buy and sell beads, definitely. But the old timers, like beads are for old timers.
are there still people that like make like current day stuff, you know? A lot of crafters that use beads still.
Yeah, but you don't use a $700 bead.
Right. But they still like to collect that stuff though. They'll put it
No, there are designers who make amazing like beaded jewelry out of like antique beads. Definitely. It's kind of like having a ruby. It's just a rare bead,
right.
you know. So
What's crazy is like a lot of those beads, they went from like Europe down into Africa, and you know,
mhm.
because they were buying stuff from people there. Now those beads are coming from Africa back to Europe and back to America to be sold again. So
Yeah.
it's like full circle. It's happening.
Oh, dude, yeah, some of those beads. Well, a lot of beads were traded for all kinds of things, but they were in the New World too. Lots of beads ended up here, then ended up back in Africa, then ended up back in Europe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the Dutch made glass. The Venetians made glass. Like that chevron bead is a piece of Venetian cane, and then
Right.
they spin that down into the bead. And it's said, like a friend of mine who I mushroom hunt with a lot, his name is Ernie. He has some chevrons. I've had the chance to hold these real beads, so it's easier for me to make a determination actually holding like these beads, you know. But he has a he basically said somebody discovered some original chevron canes like after some house fire or something happened, and they were like hidden in part of this house, and you know you find it somewhere, but they sold for like millions of dollars, like just rods, like 5 or 6 rods of glass. Isn't that crazy that it's even like it has that value?
Yeah.
It's
Just
like,
for some beads.
well, they're not even beads yet. It's the raw material that the beads were made of.
Didn't they buy
So
Manhattan with beads?
what's up?
Didn't they buy Manhattan with beads? Or
Yeah, so that's kind of a story that's really, I think, told in on the wrong side of history, because the people who bought it from them, they paid like in basically like a million times what they wanted for it. Basically, I mean, they didn't have the belief, one, that you could own the land.
yeah.
They believe that you could have territory and stuff, and they're like, okay, this can be your territory now, whatever. But you know, on the other thing is that beads were valuable as hell, and metals, like they traded like pots and pans and that kind of stuff. like nobody accepted American or British money in the new. I mean, they traded gold and silver coins and beads and like shell jewelry and that kind of stuff. So
Wampum.
exactly. If you wanted anything of value, you would have to get it from the Native American people, right?
Maize.
Yeah. Maize? Well, yeah, food is of the utmost value, but
Maize. We call it corn.
yes. What is your point about corn?
No, just doing. I was just doing a couple lines from Beavis and Butthead.
I'm gonna send you into the internet black hole in a minute. Behave yourself.
What did you put Jackie in timeout? Why does she have the?
No, she did it. She said that she's got
Anybody-
sleeping peoples and the TV is on, so she's trying to be quiet.
Oh,
I have to show you guys this dress I bought today.
Okay, hold on. Let me switch back over here. Oh no, you're muted.
Sorry, I muted myself. There was so much interest in it on Instagram, so I'm measuring it to get it listed. But this is the print.
was
on
that a
the
hot
dress.
dog dress?
It's a hot dog dress.
Hot dogs,
It even has mustard on it. Like
mustard.
it's like a maxi dress, like a woman's cotton, like summer maxi dress.
I don't know what a maxi dress is.
It's a long dress, like it goes to the floor.
Oh, is that what's in style right now?
I don't know. Maxi dresses never really go out of style. They're kind of a classic style.
Oh God, I don't know anything about style.
Really, there is. So for women's dresses, there's kind of like 4 lengths. So here, I'll give you a little schooling. There's a mini dress, right? And that's above the knee. There's knee length, which is at the knee. There's midi length, M-I-D-I, which comes to like the middle of your calf. And then there's maxi or floor length, which goes to your feet. So those are kind of classic. I mean, there's no real, those don't go out of style. Now, the cut of the dress or the pattern
Miss
of
Kayla,
the dress.
Ooh, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes, Robert.
Now, thank you. But when you buying the dress,
Hey, Bobby.
'cause
Hey,
Yes.
Bobby,
No talking.
be quiet.
When I'm buying the dress, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Now, when I'm buying the dress,
Uh-huh.
like, is there a certain like amount of inches that you say, okay, this is because you know what I pick
Yes.
up a lot. Like if I go to like say Goodwill bins, right?
Mhm.
If anything cashmere, I grab it. I just throw it in the thing. I don't even
Yes.
look. So
Yeah, because you can sell like lots of cashmere for money. So cashmere is always good to buy.
yeah, so like I had bought one sweater. I don't know if it was a long sweater or a short skirt that was cash, and also because I know they have cashmere dresses. I have
Yeah.
sold.
So
But-
the general rule, I would say, and this varies by a few inches, but if we're at like the 35 inches, that would be
Mhm.
considered like a mini dress. And then when you get to like 38 to 40, that's about knee length. Then
Mhm.
when you get to about 44, that's a midi length dress. And then
Okay.
anything around 50 or longer is a maxi dress.
Full
So
length, yeah.
if you're less than about 35 inches, you're getting into like a micro mini territory, which exists. I mean, micro mini dresses, of course, exist, but you're not going to find a lot of high end micro mini cashmere dresses. That's more likely to be worn as a tunic.
Okay.
Now if you find some like super fitted, low cut, sexy dress, right? That's like 35 or like 33 inches. That
Mhm.
might just be a micro mini dress, right? That's more likely to be worn as a mini dress than it is to be worn as a tunic.
But not as a high. I'm talking about like say like
Yeah,
I picked up the one
high-end.
lot Ralph
No.
Lauren Black Label, the black.
No, probably not. Ralph Lauren Black Label probably does not have very many micro mini stripper dresses. Now, BCBG or some crap like that,
Yeah.
sure. I bet there's a million of them.
Yeah.
But for a high-end brand, I wouldn't expect to see much less than like a 35 for a mini dress.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a petite, extra small or something, maybe, you might get a couple inches shorter than that, but not much.
Now, what about on a? Now this is killing me. I gotta show you this sweater now.
Here we go.
Now I gotta get up
He's getting up.
out of my bed because I have this one sweater that's wasn't expensive, but like I said, like if you go to, that's what happens. You hoard because if you go to Goodwill bins, you're like, oh, that's nice, because everything is like $1. So, Okay, here we go.
Dude, check out how ugly these sunglasses are.
Who are those by?
These are the Oakley made a Series 4 Fox Racing.
All right, show me your sweater.
And they're funny.
Okay. All right, I gotta. Damn it! Should I put it on the ground on the table?
Sure. Put it on the ground.
Can you see it?
Yes, that's like a Nordic, like Fair Isle poncho. Yeah. No, it's a sweater. Okay.
But I don't know. If it's a man or a woman.
What's the brand? Is there a brand?
I don't know if it's a
Gap.
man.
It's the older label Gap.
What size is it?
Yeah.
It says, hold on. I'm coming.
It says
Small.
The Two Utes.
If that's a small, that looks like a men's small to me. If I had to, just from eyeballing it, a woman's small is going to be tiny.
Yeah.
Which movie is that from, Rob? The Two Utes.
Two Utes. That's my cousin Vinny.
Yes.
Vincenzo.
Yes.
Treasure Hustler says to try it on.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just try stuff on and see.
This thing, if I tried to put this on, this thing would fit me like a condom. Are you kidding me? Where's my thing? Couldn't get this over my arm. Where's my tape? But I still... Now, you're pretty sure this is a man's?
You just asked my opinion, and I just told you.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
so
to...
if it's a woman's small, the bust, like armpit to armpit, is probably going to be, I would say, between 17 inches to 20 inches at the most, if it's supposed to be like boxy. If it's a man's, I would assume the chest would be at least like 23 inches.
On a small, I would say. Well, let me get my trusty tape measure.
It depends how it's supposed to fit, right? If it's like boxy, then it might be a little bigger.
And it's also 90s, so 90s is always big. Okay, like this. It's a 19 chest.
I'm gonna say that's women's then.
Yeah, and then let me do the length.
That seems small for a man.
So the length usually from the neck seam to the bottom. Yeah, 24. Yeah, see? From...
So, yeah, okay, 24 inches, then that's a woman's for sure.
Yeah, you see here? Can you... I don't know if I could...
I can't see, but...
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, this would be where the neck is, right?
Yeah.
So, if you go down here... Yeah, it's only 24 inches. Yeah, a regular man's sweater's got to be at least like 26.
Yeah.
But women buy that, though, so it doesn't matter. It's not bad. For $1, I mean,
echoing.
What's up?
Somebody's playing their YouTube.
That's me talking on Instagram to myself.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to get a screenshot of this crazy dragon that was in the clouds while I was doing the live drive. I'm doing the live driving videos now because
I love them so much.
Dude, the one today is badass. Like,
I didn't watch it.
I want to edit this so you can.
You can't.
I'm posting this on Instagram right now. Crazy cloud dragon. In my live dumb video.
Okay, well, I got a sad story for you.
Oh God, for who?
I love sad stories.
She also likes horses.
I hate horses.
Sad songs and horses ain't selling this year.
So at the house, there was some contractors doing work in the house.
Which house?
Okay. What?
At
I'm
what
sorry.
house?
Which house?
Where I live.
Oh, okay.
Like my
And-
house? Why didn't you say my house? Why didn't you just say
Well,
the
I don't own the house, so I don't say it's my house because I don't own it.
Okay.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
my cat got out. You
Oh,
know the
no.
cat that's always with me. The
You
gray
are not
cat?
going to tell me a sad cat story.
Yeah.
Stop that story.
Fucking Debbie Downer. Is your cat
Yeah,
dead?
the one that remember I would always play with her, and we would remember how many times
Is she dead?
I don't we got flyers on every street corner.
Oh, you
On
just don't
the-
know where she is. Oh no.
Robert.
Well, it's
Way
been
to
over a week and a
bring
half.
It's
Way
been
to
over a
bring
week and
the
a half.
cat
That's not
down.
good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about your cat, but
Yeah,
this.
sorry, man.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Do you want me to
and the
send
worst
you
part
some
is-
Chanel for men from the 1960s?
What is the worst part? Tell me.
Kayla, the worst part is that it was my dead grandmother's cat, right? And it was like the last thing that like
You're so
she it was like, I told my mother like, "Oh, take care of my cat." Like
How old was the cat? You're making it sound like it was a kitten.
it basically was. You've seen the cat 100 times.
Yeah, but like, how long ago did this person pass away?
My grandmother like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And the cat was like 2 years old, so the cat was like 3-4 years old, something like that.
Okay. I was just making sure it wasn't like an old cat, you know? I was
Yeah,
trying
because old cats, who cares if they run away and die?
Well, that's what old
Yeah.
cats do. That's
No,
like their
they don't.
Yes, they
You were-
do.
Old cats don't run anywhere, bro.
Where I'm from, they go out in the forest and die. I'm not
Cats
joking.
do that though. They do try to find like a place.
Yeah, totally.
So 2 years ago, Mike accidentally left the front door open and Cordy got out. And my cat is especially not an outdoor cat. Thankfully, it was in the summer and not the winter, because in the winter he would have died. Like,
Yeah, because
he has no fur.
hair.
So we looked all over for him. We put up flyers. We put out a trap, like a humane trap in the front yard with
trap?
food in it. We took
Uh-huh.
Hazel's old baby monitor and set it to motion detect in the front of the house to see if he was coming around. We like went crazy. And so the third day, and we finally decide to like leave our house, and we're driving into the city to go to some barbecue for Mike's work, and I get a phone call from my neighbor that lives 2 houses down from me saying, I found your cat in my yard. And I was
It
like,
was so
holy shit. He was like 2 doors down, but he was hiding in his backyard. So we never would have found him unless our neighbor like found him.
you were like, it was like the happiest day ever for you.
Oh my God. I was like, okay, we're almost in Seattle right now, but we're turning around and we're coming home right now to come get him. And he's like, well, you better hurry up. I have like places to go. And I'm like, okay, asshole. So I
You're like, you
I
douche.
called one of my neighbors who's a friend of ours. I was like, we're on our way, but I'm afraid this motherfucker is going to like let Cordy go. Like, be like, sorry, you didn't get here in time.
Yeah, but wait, but he said the cat was just in the backyard, so it's like he didn't want to like go and get him because maybe he'd run away if he went.
No, he put him he had a cat carrier. He grabbed him and put him in a cat
okay,
carrier.
great.
So he was safe, but I was like, so what are you going to do with him? Like, I'm on my way home, but I'm driving. Like, I can only get there so fast.
How far were you away?
Like 25 minutes away. Come
So
here.
you got there like 15?
Yeah, basically. And my neighbor had picked him up. So, come here. We're talking about you. Come here.
You're supposed to be watching my video about putting crap on eBay.
Come here.
We're talking about cats.
Ugh.
He
Sorry.
heard me.
Oh,
I'm gonna unscreen share for a second so everybody can see my beautiful face. Look how
Yeah,
good I
that's
look.
what we want to see.
Gorgeous.
Kevin,
Yes, sir.
I found an amazing piece of artwork. I think that you will love. It's a Buddhist tanka. Do you know what a tanka is?
I do not.
It shows like kind of like the life of Buddha or other holy people. It's usually done on like silk with like very fine brushes. And I've got one that's like it's the most amazing, one of the most amazing pieces of art. I mean, I see a lot of like art and stuff,
Yeah.
and I buy very few. I mean, I buy some pieces definitely, but I buy very few pieces. And this was like the piece, the resistance. Like I was like, holy shit! Like this is sitting right in front of me for $150.
That's awesome.
I just gulped.
Yeah, if you have that type of reaction to an art piece, then then buy it, because a lot of art is subjective. So, but if you see a lot of artwork and then it stands out, then it's probably going to stand out to a lot of other people as well. So,
Yeah. So I don't know if you know this, but do you know who David Rockefeller is?
no,
No?
the Rockefellers. That
Yeah,
big.
well, he's a son. He's a Rockefeller son, and
He's got a lot of scuttle.
he's got all the scroll. He makes the scroll. Um, so I don't know if you know this, but he died last year.
Yeah.
And his estate was carved up, obviously, in certain ways.
Look at
Um, Wait, his stuff is for auction at Sotheby's right now.
that. Yeah.
Dude, this is insane. Oh, Christie's, excuse me. I think it's Christie's.
Yeah. Get it straight. Get it straight.
Shut up, asshole.
They're like a Picasso.
Douche, I'm busting your balls because, like either of us are going, because you're making it sound like,
Dude,
oh, you said it was at Sotheby's, it was really at Christie's. Like, to us, it makes a difference. Like, we're really going there anyway. Like, we're like, with those things, what are those called? They look like ping pong paddles, whatever the fuck.
They're called paddles, I think.
they're called ping pong paddles.
Don't make me laugh.
So okay, so when is this thing gonna start? Oh, here's the preview right here. It's very hard to find. Let's see. Let's talk Scarol, Rob. Look at this. This is the preview like I said, David Rockefeller, one of the wealthiest men in the world, passed away a year ago, and here is parts of his estate being auctioned off. He has, when I was looking at this before, there's a China set commissioned by Napoleon.
What?
For reals. Look, I'm screen sharing right now. Let's do this. I should be sleeping.
Let's do it.
I should be sleeping right now. Sound like Elvis from New York sometimes. Alright. Auction preview. Where is it? Oh, here we go. 5 minutes. Dave. Okay. Boy with dolphin. Edward Hooper. Look, see, like all these people. Look, that Martha Stewart.
Mm-hmm. Those are beautiful.
So this is Martha Stewart talking about what she would pick out of his collection.
And he's like, but shit, I can't even afford it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those are amazing.
It was the painting.
What would you do with that? Eat off of it?
Martha Stewart would. She'd fucking have Christmas dinner with that shit.
Dude, a guy who was a self-taught botanical draftsman and china painter painted these by hand in Derby in 1796. Jesus, look at those.
Amazing. Those are so pretty.
You can't even really see them either. Like this picture isn't great by any means. Like the lighting's better here, you can see the detail. Those appear to be carnations. Yeah, those are carnations.
It looks like she owns a couple. She just doesn't have as big of a collection, it looks like.
No, it says discusses her pick from the collection of Peggy and David Rockefeller.
Right.
Her pick, what does that mean?
Maybe she purchased them.
Or maybe she.
I don't think that. No, I don't think that the auction's coming up. It hasn't happened.
Don't buy it now.
But it said that she knew him, so maybe she got some of those pieces.
I doubt it.
Well, that's what it said,
Well,
that
let's
she
see
knew
if
him.
these pieces are up for auction. I always argue with you, and you're right. So, but I don't think so.
I think that there's probably just more of them
Well,
than. I don't think he owned like every single piece.
Look, you can see in the background. This is Christie's. Like, look, they're storing this stuff. Look, see the barcodes.
I just assumed it was. Like,
I mean, it very well could be Martha Stewart's like storage room with barcodes. I wouldn't be surprised.
But you're not listening. So this is an article of her talking about David Rockefeller's porcelain on Christie's website, so that people will see that and want it and bid on it.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just
They
saying
probably
you
just
might
paid
be.
her to be on
Absolutely, they paid her.
I mean, I bet if you stopped fucking scrolling and read the goddamn article for 2 seconds, it might answer your question.
I'm not having the questions. You're arguing with something that doesn't.
I don't have the question.
Like, that's not her Christie's. That's her house.
I didn't say that. I said it was possible.
I used to watch Martha Stewart. She's got so much collectible stuff.
I know. I love her.
Dude. Look at this. This is King Farouk's personalized Patek Philippe.
Yeah.
From 1518?
No, that's the model number.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what?
He was the king of Egypt from 1920 to 1965. Holy shit.
That's my dream watch. Just anything Patek Philippe. But I doubt I'll ever find one.
It's sold at a Christie's auction for $433,000.
That's Switzerland money.
No.
Wow,
CHF
that's
is
beautiful.
Switzerland.
No, it's not. It's American money.
CHF is Switzerland.
I'm just being confrontational.
We just have to
Switzerland, get that
disagree
right,
with
right,
each other on
Jackie?
everything.
We need to argue about everything.
Well, it says straight up right here, Christie's in Geneva. So what are you arguing with?
It doesn't take a brain surgeon, I suppose.
No, look at that alligator strap.
Oof.
Gorgeous.
God damn, that is a fine watch. Oh, I love watches.
I do too.
Very serious watch. Anyway, so that's going to be amazing. Going to be amazing auction to check out.
Yeah. You can watch it live, probably, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you got to go there.
No, you just register. The auction will be online. You can bid online.
I'll do initial bid.
Obviously, you need to put up the Amex. You got to put money in escrow to bid. It's a cash auction.
Right.
So, Corey, you got to ask them what they pay their listers.
About $2 a listing.
You got to say, hey, look, it doesn't matter if it's a Patek Philippe 100-year-old watch or Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut nightlight. Did you get that nightlight listed for $100 yet?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna go make you a $19.99 offer. I'm gonna go offer the other guy $16 for his.
Whatever. Just get it off the market.
And then I'm gonna list mine for $125 and take better pictures than yours.
Yeah, and then I'll sell mine for $100 because I have the best price, and then you'll owe me $100.
And then I'll sell mine for $125 because it'll be the only one left.
So then you'll make a $25 profit after.
That
No, you'll
sounds
make
about
like
right.
a $7 profit.
A long con.
It is a long, long time. I don't understand the edge on that, but that's fine.
Always
Sure.
thinking.
You're always thinking about how to gain that
I'm
edge.
playing 4D chess, Corey, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
not
gonna
that
wait
smart.
until the Mr. Planter's
I'm
peanut
too nice to be. I'm too nice
market
for all that.
explodes.
Oh, my
I'm gonna sell
side
it for
hurts.
$300.
Rob knows I'm like really nice, right, Rob?
Yeah,
I love
of
you,
all
Corey.
people to ask how nice you are, Rob might not be the best bet.
Rob
Corey's my
understands.
man.
Rob understands.
Rob just likes being abused.
I know.
I
that's
don't like
what-
being
Coming back.
Hey, Rob, what's your monthly, or weekly super chat budget? Just curious.
What?
What's your
Nice.
what's your weekly super chat budget?
I don't have a super chat budget. Why are you saying that?
I just see like almost every single like video I see there's a super chat from Krillin. You're like the world's best fan, or the
Well, you know, I mean, you got to support the content producers, no?
Yeah. No, yeah, it's really
mean-
nice. I'm just curious. I'm just joking with you. Yeah.
No, I understand, but I do, but I don't. I mean, just a couple of dollars here and there because I mean, people do a lot of work out there, so you got to give a few bucks here and there because, right?
Yeah.
No?
For sure.
Do you? I don't even know. Do you make videos? I don't even know. You got videos on your channel?
No, not really. I want to. I made some like maybe like a year ago or something. I used to make a lot of videos with like other channels, but I haven't really done much reselling videos. I've seen yours though.
Mhm.
That's cool that you're making stuff.
Yeah, I make once in a while if I find something cool or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'll make a video. That's it. But I don't know how to do splicing and dicing and like music behind the videos. I'm not good like Jackie, making fancy videos, loitering and trespassing, breaking breaking and entering, but
What's Jackie's channel?
Treasure Hustlers.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
You can click on her name in the chat and it will take you to her channel. And you can subscribe and hit the little bell icon.
and never get the notification.
Yeah, because YouTube sucks dick.
I know, I don't get any.
That's why I don't like put monetized videos on YouTube because it just seems like I don't want to help YouTube make money.
But I don't think you have enough.
I just want to. Yeah, you're right. Even if it's a penny.
Jackie, would you say? Put your mouth up to the thing. You don't have to yell.
Leave Jackie alone.
I
I'm
never
gonna kick you in the
I
head.
never get updates or whatever. Like whenever he goes live, I never know. I just look and then some weird ass people will say butt or
Hey,
balls
Kev,
or something.
What's up?
So I know it's
help me with these. Check these out. I want to show you these. I think you'll think they're really interesting. These were to make like mixtapes that you could just mail to somebody. How sick is this? Have you ever seen these?
I'm not seeing
You're
it.
not screen sharing.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That's really stupid of me and insensitive and ridiculous. These are audio packs. They're in like a folding case. And look, you could just mail them.
It's
Nice.
Isn't that crazy?
like a postcard kind of.
Yeah. These are like to make your little mixtapes. Like you throw the postage right on that.
It's pretty novel. That's interesting.
Amazing. Somebody definitely wants these for their collection. These are sick. Look, there's unopened. I have 9.
Cool.
Did you sell those 150 megabyte tapes yet?
I don't know if I put them up for sale. They're in my draft somewhere, but I don't know if I dropped them. But yeah, no, I didn't sell them. But somebody will buy them. Somebody will.
Yeah,
buy
I was
them.
watching War Games was on today,
Oh, so instead of listing, you were watching War Games?
And they got those whole big huge computers that probably have 100 megabyte storage.
Way less than that, dude. Like 100 megabytes of storage in like 1985 cost like $1 million.
Do you want to play a game?
Do
Oh,
you want
I gotta
to?
ask that. Let me ask you something, Death Pile.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I were to ask you about you watch movies, so if I were to say to you, where the guy he tells his girlfriend, he says, "Don't forget my father's watch." Repeat to me again. Don't forget my father's watch. And as a pocket watch, what movie is that from?
I have no idea.
You never saw Pulp Fiction?
I have actually, yeah, but I didn't know it was from there.
Really?
It's been a while, man. I probably watched.
Oy vey.
See, nobody knows your dumb movie.
I don't even think the movie's that dumb, and I still didn't know it. So
Don't forget, Jackie. Do you remember that? Just give me, just say, give me
look,
a one
look at
finger
her.
for yes.
Look at her. She's giving you the whole hand and saying nope.
Oh, you giving me the salute?
The one finger salute.
Yeah, the Italian salute, the middle finger.
Is that what you call it? The Italian salute?
Hey Corey, what's your grail item? The one item that you would love to find?
What is it? What item would I love to find?
That's a great question.
Like, if I could, an actual item that could like fit into a drawer.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we should keep it small. Yeah, it's not like I want to find the Eiffel Tower. The second.
Yeah, no, that's
I
fair.
thought you were gonna say like a drunk woman, like passed out.
I'll show you.
All right.
That's it.
In the region, it doesn't have to be this one. It'd be lovely if it was like the ones that's like sounded that chimed on the hour and the minute and all that stuff. You wanted them to 15-minute chimes, 10-minute chimes. Yeah. So I would love to find that in a drawer.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
90 G's.
How about you,
That's
Caleb?
a new watch or a vintage watch?
That's a vintage watch, man.
I want to find something, some kind of dress piece by Elsa Schiaparelli.
Elsa Schiaparelli.
Schiaparelli. She's
Spell
one
that.
of my favorite designers. She's really kind of like avant-garde. Like, I want to find her lobster dress. That's what I want to find somewhere.
What is that?
How do you spell her last name? Oh, it just comes up.
Schiapa.
I mean, I'd like to find a 400 carat ruby.
and that's like not even that. Like, some of her stuff goes for thousands of dollars, but not like hundreds of thousands. I could definitely say like, oh, I want to find like a pre-death Chanel piece or something, which would go for more money. But I just love her designs.
I want a piece Coco Chanel sewed in college.
Yeah, right.
Hello.
But her stuff is amazing. Her design house is actually still around and is still active. But obviously she's long since passed. But
Yeah.
her original stuff was just so weird, and she was way, way before her time.
Yeah, that dress is super cool with like that large lobster down the front.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a rock lobster?
It's like
Rock
a
lobster.
lobster you would eat. Yeah.
Look
So
how,
is her stuff tagged? Like you,
A lot of it is, yeah.
so you could just read it and know it's a Schiaparelli?
Yeah, some of it you would have to like, see by the design and stuff. But I'm sure that a lot of her stuff still has tags in it.
Would that be like, what is that, couture? Or did she make normal stuff too? Or
Yeah, she definitely did. But she did a lot of stuff with Salvador Dali. She did some jewelry with him. I'll link it in the chat actually, because it's really freaking weird and cool. So this was a jewelry collaboration she did with Dali. And like, they're just the weirdest pieces, and I would love to find like some of that jewelry.
That's cool. Yeah, like I always find it interesting, like the stuff that people look out for. Because there was this one guy I asked that question to, and he wanted to find like Playboy issue #1, which yeah, I didn't know. So then I looked it up, and like that's a super pricey. It's the one with Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
I think they sell for like 15 grand or something like that if they're like mint.
It's not like you're not gonna buy a house with it, but still like 15 grand. And
Yeah, it's very hard to find though.
Yeah, but there is a chance that you might.
Oh yeah.
If you're doing this for years, So that stuff's I just find kind of cool.
What is your grail?
Me?
No, well, both of you. I want to know everyone's. I think that's a great question. I love questions like this.
I just
Grayless,
like
Kevin.
finding art in general, but
What?
I just like in general just finding art. So there's a lot of artists that I like to find, but I imagine I could probably find a Condos in this area or a Wayne Tebow because he's from They're both from Sacramento, so I'm thinking I might be able to find one of their art pieces. But they're also like super recognizable artists. I kind of doubt it.
Rob, what would you like to find?
Clothing wise,
Well,
I would
it
love
doesn't
to.
have to be clothing necessarily.
Well, one thing, clothing especially, I'm looking for is you talk about pre-death. Talk about pre-death Versace. I find a
That would
decent.
be cool.
I find a decent amount of Versace, but
Can
I'm
I-
just waiting for that day at an estate sale where I open up the closet and there's like 10 Versace shirts. Just like, and then I bring them to the lady and she's like, "All right, $100." Like because they're just shirts. Meanwhile, they're worth like two to $10,000 each.
So check this out. You like this, Rob? I have a pair of Versace cufflinks,
Mhm.
and they came from an estate in Argentina, and the guy was an Argentine like music composer, and I don't know if he just moved or if he passed away. I don't know what happened to the guy, honestly. But those cufflinks, there was like some boxes of knickknacks and stuff, and inside of a box of like knickknacks they were like there was like a note in it. It was like a gift from the Oscars or something. Gift at the
What?
Oscars from somebody, yeah. And those are in a safe, obviously, but they have like the Versace sun. It's
Mhm.
embossed on there, but it's like really, really small. You need like a microscope to see it. It's like so finely impressed on there, you know? It's like
Mhm.
such a detailed, tiny little punch. So I'm pretty sure they're real. Um, and I don't even know, man. They're like industrial, in design. So they're
Mhm.
very like minimalist. But yeah, amazing.
Yeah, Versace. I sold a lot of. I always have at least one or two Versace pieces for sale, but not obviously not the stuff before he died. Just
These
like the
were
newer Versace stuff. If you find it, it's really not worth much.
He died in what, like the early
93,
90s?
94.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mid
Yeah,
90s,
this
I
was
think.
the Oscars in 1988, I think.
Yeah.
So Rob, how do you know if something's what do you say, pre-death? Like how would you?
Pre-death.
Yeah.
Okay. If you remember like those like Biggie Smalls videos, like you remember those shirts that he used to wear in a lot of those videos, the Versace.
Kind of like horse bit looking stuff.
Yeah.
Those coats, they're all silk and
Yeah.
they're talking
Th-
about.
those those are around the time, and then his sister took over the business, and she basically had a lot of the same designs anyway. So even the ones that are a few years after he died, because they were just basically the same stuff, but just a little different, But they're worth a lot of money too. I found one. There's actually a brand called Creme de Silk, and they look just like Versace shirts, but they sell for like instead of like 1,000, they sell for like 150. But that's I'll take that if something for a shirt I'm paying $10 for. And I found one in the States that had like a big sun on the back, you know, really bold. You could tell, right? I mean, and also the tag, you could tell like they have certain, like that's one thing about Versace is that there's so many different uh lines and sublines of Versace. But it's more about the print than the actual than the certain lines of course are more expensive than others. But as far as eBay and reselling goes, it's about the print. It's about the right color, the right pattern, the
What's the
right
right color?
material.
Black, right?
You know. the bright colors, bold. Like there's different lines. Like there's Versace V2, which is like actually a little bit lower of a line, but if it has the right pattern, it's worth a lot of money. Then there's Versace Versus. Then there's what's the other one I found?
Check this out. Somebody
Estante
actually bought
Versace.
this hat.
But like I got a shirt now. I got it for sale for like $30. That's like the newer one. It's really not worth shit.
Gotcha.
I had a
It's kind
But
crazy.
I mean, so I'll pick it up. Obviously, if it's like $5 at the thrift store, I'll
It's
still
kind of
pick
like
it up.
some of that polo sport stuff, like finding like the polo like snow beach poncho or whatever pullover, that kind of thing.
Dude, I went into one house where there was no snow beach, but they had the t-shirts that said Polo Sport on the front. And those still sell. You can still get $40 for them, 35.
Yeah, there's some
And
of the polo stuff that's super rare.
Well, some of it's super rare, but this one lady, this lady had a whole bedroom full of it. But like a lot of it was like it was polos. Like they had the bicycling pants, but like the leather, like it with the I don't want to say embossed, but whatever. It has the lettering on the leg that said, the spandex kind of pants says, Polo Sport on the leg.
Yeah.
But they were heavily worn because the people actually wore it to play the sports.
Gotcha.
So, but I picked up the whole closet full of crap for like $100 or something like that. It was one of those things where I was picking it up and I was sweating as I'm picking it up because like the lady running the company had, because you know what it is when you go to the estate sale and you're like, oh, I got a few t-shirts here. Okay, $3 a piece. They don't know that they sell for,
Right.
and I ain't about to tell,
Not your job to tell them.
ain't my job.
Not your job to tell them. Oh, man. I gotta find this Karl Lagerfeld shirt. It's not in my inventory. Ooh, there you go. Oh, fucker. You want to see some crazy Karl Lagerfeld's like
I
run
fucking
Chanel.
love Karl
Do you
Lagerfeld.
want to see this Karl Lagerfeld shirt?
Yes, he's such a weird guy.
Dude, this is the weirdest shirt too. Hold on, watch this. I have it for sale for a lot of money.
He's
And my
designed for
description is
a ton of labels.
my description's really bad, but can you guys see this?
Yeah.
That's Lagerfeld from the 90s.
Yeah, he's
When did Coco
designed
Chanel
for-
die? When did Coco Chanel pass away?
I don't remember.
Dude, look, it says like Miracle behind there. This looks like it was made by John Paul Basquiat.
71.
Jean-Michel Basquiat.
It
71.
does, yeah.
I'd love to find a Basquiat.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Check this out, though. Like,
It does
this
very much have that vibe to it.
well, it's like, because Karl Lagerfeld, did he attempt to make his own brand while he was under Chanel? Like, doesn't make any sense.
He's had his own label before he started working for Chanel.
Yeah, but not after, right?
Yeah, no, he still has his own label.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's like current. He's
Cool.
had his own label since like the 70s.
This is the coolest shirt I've ever seen.
I mean, he's worked for Fendi and Chloe.
Look at this shirt.
It's pretty. I don't know. I wouldn't call it the coolest shirt I've ever seen,
Oh
But
my
it's pretty
God.
cool.
it's cool.
Fucking Karl
pretty dope.
Lagerfeld. It's a damn Karl.
It's definitely like 80s, I would say.
Yeah. What measurements?
Yeah, by that font on the tag.
Yeah,
think we
it
gotta
has
sell
a
this.
real 80s vibe.
Yeah. it's
Now,
pretty cool.
Kevin, you find a lot of concert shirts or just once in a while?
Since I've started looking, I didn't realize how much they were worth. So I knew that they were worth money, but I didn't know that they were like hundreds of dollars. So
Some of them.
Here's another tip too. If like especially like those Nirvana shirts, of course, are worth buku money. But if you see a concert shirt and it says like tour crew,
Yeah.
those are worth super buku money. That's just the people who worked on the tour.
So they're kind of like
That's like a
edition of that
Yeah,
shirt. Yeah.
exactly. If the ones that say stage crew or something, whatever it is, like those are worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
That were really just that the guys that they wore working on the whatever. If you could, because I seen some Nirvana ones sold for thousands.
Yeah.
But any band like that, it's funny. I found that one. I think I showed you a couple weeks ago. I sold that OMD T-shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and I got by the way, I just saw OMD in concert on Saturday. Good show. And I sold the shirt for about $90, whatever it was, and bottom of the closet of the estate sale. I never find concert shirts at the thrift store ever.
I have a
I
theory
think
on that.
what?
I have a theory on that because like the concert shirts that I find, the 80s, 90s ones, they'll have holes, stains. I imagine a lot of those just get thrown out.
I think so too. I was thinking the same damn thing. I was thinking that I was looking at the t-shirts the other day, right? A lot of times I don't even go through the t-shirts, right? When I'm at the estate sale, when I'm at the thrift store. So, and then I'm like, these shirts are in good condition. I'm like, if there was one, like you said, maybe with like a hole in the collar or something like that, they probably just, chuck it.
This
If
Nirvana
there's some
would not have
1985 Master of Puppets T-shirt, they're like, this trash.
Yeah, I've never found an older or band shirt at a thrift store, but at garage sales, they'll throw out their junk.
Yeah.
Clothes, they don't.
Well, t-shirts kind of get all blended together, and also like people wear t-shirts to like mow their grass and do like yard work and stuff.
Yeah,
And,
painting.
they're just victimized by that. So.
Or they go through garbage like Jackie.
Do you see this hat of the Hilo Macaroni Factory?
That's a terrible picture.
It is really bad.
It looks pretty sad.
Yeah. You got to get one of those like styrofoam mannequin heads or something. Like anything.
They still sell.
Well, I would put it on a beer stein. That's what I do. Like a hat like that.
They're so cringeworthy.
Hey, Corey.
That's pretty bad. What's up?
If you hold down shift,
Macaroni Factory.
If you hold down shift while you're cropping, it'll keep it a square, which is kind of cool. But you don't actually shoot in a square photo. Never mind.
You can't on Apple, dude.
Oh, so hold down shift, and then it'll stay a square. So then it'll fill it up like perfectly,
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I don't know. You probably don't.
Vintage McDonald's.
Pretty cool.
I'm particular about
It's
stuff.
like new. I don't really sell hats that are grungy. I like them to be new. This one has some dust on it, but it's new.
Why not dust it off?
I don't
know. I'm being really picky.
Exactly.
Maybe I'm being very picky.
Who cares but you?
I have pretty
Jackie,
low standards.
would you sell that hat with all that dust on it
You
or
have
no?
very high standards. You take like wonderful pictures of my stuff.
See?
I'm just a guy who sells junk on the internet.
Well, thank you.
I really am. Just
Jackie, what, thumb wrestle?
Leave Jackie alone before I kick you. I'm gonna start kicking. These are before I told him not to put stupid crap on a bottle. I just didn't finish his draft show because I was agitated. I don't go back and change his stuff. It's not worth it.
I understand.
It's not worth taking the time to do it. Like most of the produced listings are good enough to sell the item. That's what I want. They need to be good enough to sell the item. It's only going to sell once. I'm not going to sell it again, most likely. So, it's like it just has to convey what it is.
I hear you.
Also, I mean, I don't want it to look like shit, but at the same time, if it does, I'm still going to sell it. We're going to move on. I'm going to try to make it better. I mean, if you look at my pictures from a year ago, oh my god, I look like the guy who puts like stuffed animals on his bed. Seriously, I'm not kidding. There's still some in my inventory. Very few items. I mean, I sell a lot of stuff. I
Do you guys
packed
ever
I
put
packed I
inventory?
packed 50 orders today.
What?
And that was from 24 hours.
I don't want to talk about sales in the past 24 hours.
Well, you're griping at me over here.
I just had a
So
really
let me ask
bad,
you guys
like,
another
48
question here.
hours.
Sorry.
Does anybody here sell on Facebook? Did we talk about this? Facebook?
No,
I don't want to meet people in person.
I don't really either. I don't have the time to deal with people's bullshit.
I don't have the time. I'm a woman and I don't feel safe, to be completely honest with you.
And I don't like all the little messaging. I don't
Yeah,
even.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to meet you. I don't want to hear your life story and then why you want it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it's very safe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in your boat on both grumpy sides.
I'm not like 100% opposed to it if I found something that I thought would be like perfect for that venue, but I'm very rarely looking for that.
Yeah.
Clothing is not worth it to me. I have a much
No,
wider
not
audience.
clothes.
You
No,
know, but what,
clothes
I don't know what
can't
else
sell.
I would sell really.
Like furniture and bikes are like the only thing that like I've sold.
And I don't fuck with either of those things.
So
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if somebody's giving it to you, or you get something cheap.
No, I don't do that. I don't sell things just because I get it cheap. Like
Yeah,
I
me
said,
neither.
there's a pain in the ass factor involved.
Yes, I don't like. I actually like to have some skin in the game, so I get motivated.
yeah, I've sold one bike
Yeah, but
locally.
I've sold hundreds and hundreds of bicycles.
Locally?
Yes, all locally.
Huh.
There was one. I got a Canon RB1. If you're not, I mean, not Canon, a Bridgestone RB1.
Cannondale.
A Bridgestone RB1.
Oh, they said. I'm sorry. I'm
It's like
falling asleep, bro.
Yeah, me too.
It's 3 a.m. over here, bro.
It's like a cult status bike. If you don't know about RB1s, check them out. It's really good to know that because they don't look like look like anything special. Bridgestone RB1.
Yeah.
Coy, let
Have
me
you
ask
heard
you a
that?
question before I fall asleep.
I shipped one of those because it got like 700 at auction.
What?
Yes. And then
Let
shipping
me
was
ask
like
you now.
another $200.
Now I found. Do you know much? Do you know a lot about the Gary Fisher bikes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not worth very much money.
No.
No.
Maybe just the older ones. I knew the older ones worth money.
Not. I would say the vast majority are relatively worthless.
Oh, really? The newer
And
ones? Because I know for sure the older ones.
I'm
A
looking for
lot of
bikes
money.
that sell for more than $275 used.
Well, I know the older Gary Fishers were, brand new with thousands of dollars.
Yeah, but that's just not the case anymore. If you Merckx, there's a guy named Eddie Merckx. He won like the Tour de France a couple times. He made some bikes, and those are worth a ridiculous amount of money. And he made a series of titanium bikes for 2 years, and I found one at Goodwill for $75. And I think it's worth $1,200 probably to the right buyer.
Le Monde. It's pretty
Yeah.
good stuff too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Merckx.
really high end like road bikes though.
Oh yeah, dude. There's tons like Campagnolos.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
See, this is where I should get Mike to come into the chat. Mike is a big mountain biker.
these are all road bikes though.
And
But he knows a
BMX.
lot about biking. That's
Did you
like
ever
his
see
thing.
Jackie's BMX trophies?
Yeah, she showed, I think, one of the last
Yeah,
times she was on.
she's like a solid BMXer, right? Like serious.
With a Cyclecraft Cruiser. With the Fredzy legs.
What's that mean?
And the Elf Blast bars.
talking to the forehead is just my favorite.
Elf blast bars? It sounds like some kind of like delicious.
She knows what the Elf Blast bars are. Come on, give me the Elf bars. That's what everybody wanted, with the bar that went this way and then went like this.
You're a silly
Yes?
individual.
You don't remember Elf? No, she don't
She's
remember.
muted, dipshit.
She's muted all the way. Well, she can give me the finger.
I can hear you. BMX Elf Blast bars. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're dope. Man.
$400.
Yeah, that's
How
what
much?
people wanted, the Elf Blast bars.
$400 for just a pair of handlebars.
Yeah.
Elf Blast bars. Is that the brand? Oh, I remember those.
Elf.
It looks like they sell more in like the $200 range though, but still, it's kind of
I definitely remember those.
100.
Yeah, those are dope.
I don't
You
even.
know, I'm curious. Yeah, and also I sold that skateboard, which I never should have sold. That Mark Rogowski Vision skateboard. He's just getting out of jail. He was in jail for like 25 years
Yep.
because he killed his girlfriend.
Gator.
I sold that board. I listed it. I'm like, I put it for 100. It sold. It was. I'm sure you know. You list something and it sells in 5 minutes, and you're like, fuck. You're like, why did I do that?
Made a mistake. Somebody saw.
What happened to me recently with like a pair of like North Face pants, like ski pants. I had them up for. I did my comps, and it was like I put them up for like 120, and they sold
What?
like.
Do you guys know? Like, if you look at old skateboards, this isn't bullshit either. Come here, watch this.
Pal Peralta.
No. Sims wheels and like.
Oh, that's way old.
Look,
Yeah.
look at this. Those are wheels.
No
400
bearings.
Yeah.
No bearings. No.
I used
Let's
to put in Natus, Nats. That
Wait a
was what.
second. Wait. Are you looking at that?
Yeah, it's just not my era.
Dude. But look at the money.
I don't remember I'm going too fast here.
I don't care.
Sims. Lance Mountain. I remember Lance. Mike McGill.
You actually watched all these people?
Dude, we used to get the VHS tapes and watch Santa Cruz, Streets of Fire, Pal Peralta, Public Domain.
This one's pretty
Jackie-
sweet because Eric Nash started Nash Sports, right? But he was
Yeah.
sponsored by Sims first. That's such a sick board.
You know, my favorite was Corey. Put in Ray Barbie, Barbee.
Hold on a second. I gotta go to bed.
Yeah. It's late.
This is dope. You'll love this board.
Dope.
Where? There's all kinds of them. That one?
Yeah, all they're all very similar, like that. Yeah, right there, like that one. That's his classic one
Which this one?
with the card right there. You don't think that's
Hold
dope?
the deck of cards. Yeah, it's alright.
I still like the Screaming Hand, the Santa Cruz one.
Yeah, Santa Cruz.
Yeah. I like I'll show you some really cool stuff. These are impossible to find. I'll show you some of these designs are so cool. And it was like this is like an early obviously.
What?
Yeah, TC is the shit.
Oh yeah,
I don't even know that. What the
that Nintendo game.
TNC
the
Surf
Nintendo
designs?
game is
Yeah.
terrible.
Too
But
hard to
dude,
play.
Dude, they
Dude,
just got the coolest design. I love these designs.
Those graphics are awesome, yeah.
Yeah,
dude, I never even seen that before, bro. TNC board.
Yeah, dude. They had these like really
Dude, that's more than the Pal Peralta.
rad graphics. And dude, look, there's just none for sale.
Yeah.
Like watch. They're just so hard to find.
I can't believe that's
Look,
more than the Powell
Let's
Peraltas.
see if we can. If there's any for sale, price and shipping high first. No. I don't know if that's
That's a
real.
reprint, right? Or no, it's
Yeah,
not.
it totally is a reprint. Yeah.
No, it's an auction right there. It says vintage.
Oh, it's an auction. That's why. Yeah. Yeah, but look, it's got 3 days left. It's at $675.
Where's it? I bet you California.
Did though, yeah.
No,
Right.
TNC was in
Where's no? But I was saying, where's it say item location?
I don't know. Like where does
Newport Beach, California. Is that near you, Jackie?
Newport
Yeah.
Beach, California? Is that where they were? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Jackie, you don't find this stuff? Give me
All
a
right,
thumb.
guys.
No.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna-
bedtime.
I'm gonna stop screen sharing, but lovely to see all of you. Wonderful discussion.
Yeah, been fun.
Peace out.
We'll see you guys later. Chat people. See you later.
Chat live.